What's going on, guys? Back with another video. So I just wanted to do a little bit of polling coverage. It's been a while. I'm sure all you guys miss it. But either way, there is a by-election coming up in the riding of Battle River Crowfoot in Alberta. And of course, our guy Pierre is going to be running in that and is very likely to not only win, but win via landslide. Now, what's interesting here is when we look at this graph, it shows you the 2019, 2021, and 2025 federal election results. So traditionally, you're going to see a lot of major wins for the Conservatives here because it's a very conservative area. So in 2019, got 85%. 2021, 71% went down because it looks like the PPC and the NDP gained support. 2025, 82%. And in this by-election, they're only projecting Pierre to win 73%. Now, what's interesting about that is the Liberals shot up to all the way to 11% in this last federal election. I don't see them getting that in this by-election, to be honest with you. Again, I think there was a lot of excitement for Carney, so they jumped up 7 points. Don't know if they'll jump all the way back down to 4, but I don't see them getting 11. And they have the independent here, Bonnie Critchley, who is at 11. It's hard to say what the independent will get because there's no track record here. She didn't run in any of the past elections. She's just running because she's apparently so mad at all the money being spent to to run this election, and the fact that Pierre has, taken over the riding after Damien Carrick resigned. She's apparently very upset at this. So we'll see if she gets the 11. Maybe she gets a bit more. Maybe it's a bit less. I think it's going to be a bit less. The NDP at 4, PPC at 1, Green Party at 1, and you're also going to see a lot of other, parties in this riding as well. They're just not putting them there because they're not really serious candidates. Although you could make the same argument for the Greens, the PPC, and the NDP. Now, what's interesting about this is that let's just say Pierre does get 73%. The far left and the media are going to try to use that against him. And the reason is because they're going to say, oh, look how weak he is. He only got 73%. Damien Carrick got 82%. Pierre Poilievre was becoming less and less popular. And they're going to try to use that against him. Now, the common sense people in this country, which thank God there's a bunch of us, will know better. I mean, let's be honest. All that matters is that he wins his riding, gets back into Parliament, is there during question period. And once that happens, once he starts exposing Carney, and he's going to have a lot of evidence to do it after the lack of progress this summer, he's going to get more popular. He's going to keep exposing how bad this Liberal Party really is. Again, a lot of people who went back to the Liberal Party after leaving them when Justin Trudeau was in charge, they clearly thought that the Liberal Party does not have the problem. It was just Justin Trudeau who has the problem, and they think that Mark Carney is going to fix everything. What they don't yet understand is that this is not a person problem within the Liberal Party. It's the party that's the problem. I've said it before, I'll say it again. They are infiltrated by elitists. There's a clear plan. What happened under Justin Trudeau was no accident. It was no mistake. They've been trying to get rid of us for a long time. And I don't mean get rid of us like, evaporate us off the planet. I just mean they want us to be poor. They want us to be weak. They want us to be sick, uninformed, propagandized. And that way they can continue to do their thing. Make a lot of money, get everything for them, and then we fight for the crumbs that fall off the table. And if you think that's a conspiracy theory, well, that's fine. Maybe I'm wrong. I've been wrong before, I'll be wrong again. But that being said, it really seems like that's what's happening. It's been getting worse and worse. Trudeau and the Liberal Party knew it, and they did nothing to fix it. Now they believe Mark Carney is going to come and fix it. Well, not a good start. No budget. Same cabinet roughly as Justin Trudeau. No deal yet with Trump. Removed the retaliatory tariffs back in April. And I don't even think a lot of people know that. But either way, we all know the Liberals like Laura Babcock and Dean Blundell and all these ridiculous people on the far left will use this or try to use it against Pierre Poilievre. Now, the good news is that people like Laura Babcock and Dean Blundell and all their followers, they were never going to vote Conservative no matter what anyway. The Liberals could literally continue, and not only continue, but finish off the job destroying the country, and they'll still vote for them. That's just the way it works. It's the swing voters that are going to decide elections. Swing voters aren't going to care about this the next time we have a federal election. Okay, the Conservatives got in the low 70s just 2 elections ago. So it's not like it's unheard of or unprecedented for Pierre to get 73. By the way, it's also very possible that Pierre gets more than 73. The Liberals are probably overperforming here a little bit, and you could argue the same thing for the Independent. Maybe even the NDP drops a few points. It's very possible that Pierre gets close to or around that 80% mark and shows that he's just as popular as ever. But if it's in the 70s, you know those liberal shills will come after him and try to use it against him. The media will say things, and it won't help his popularity yet. Once he's back in the House of Commons, once he is combating Mark Carney and exposing him just like he was Justin Trudeau, trust will slowly start to fall against Mark Carney. Ned Curick, who is the MP for one of the Stony Creek ridings, was on Northern Perspective the other day, and he said that he's been getting calls from people who voted Liberal, and they're already regretting their decision. And we're still in the honeymoon phase, so once that's over, you're going to see even more people coming out and saying, you know what, I was with Pierre Poilievre against Trudeau, but when Mark Carney came in, I liked him better, so I voted for Mark Carney, but I made a mistake. And once that starts to happen, you'll also likely see people who voted for the NDP come out and say, you know what, we made a mistake, although we don't like Jagmeet Singh. But then when the NDP gets their leader in March of 2026, you'll likely see a lot of them go back and support the NDP as well, as long as they pick a decent leader. Again, it's the NDP. Who the hell knows with those guys? But that being said, either way, even if the projection is right here, this is great news. Pierre's going to be back. I know we've all missed him. We've all missed, having question period and watching Pierre Poilievre and the rest of the Conservative MPs do their thing. But we're just under a month away from seeing it. Pierre back in the House of Commons, as well as the rest of the MPs. They're going to be going at it. Should be entertaining. There's going to be lots of content, lots of coverage, lots of engagement. So it'll be fun. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section. What do you think Pierre Poilievre is going to end up with in this riding? Do you think this is about right, 73%? Think it's going to be a bit lower, a bit higher, a lot higher? What do you think? Let me know. Don't be shy. Also, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Share the heck out of this video so we get more help with the algorithm. Thanks so much for watching. I'll be back shortly with a new one.